Good afternoon. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the Florida medical malpractice crisis. As many of you know, Florida physicians and hospitals are often sued. They're not protected above and beyond their policy limits, and because of the cost of malpractice insurance, those limits are typically lower than many claims. Some legislatures here in Florida simply don't understand the problem, and the situation is significantly worse here in this state. As you can see, in 2006, the American Medical Association listed Florida as one of the states that is in crisis with regards to medical malpractice. So how are doctors sued? Why are doctors sued? How can we help doctors' assets from being attacked if sued? So there's several myths of malpractice. The first one is only bad physicians are sued. Back in 2010, there was a survey that went out to Florida physicians, and of those that responded, 100% of vascular surgeons had been sued. Meanwhile, only 20% of rheumatologists had been sued, and on average, less than once. So if you're thinking that only bad doctors get sued, that's not true. There's no way that 100% of all vascular surgeons are bad and 80% of all rheumatologists are good. It's just a matter of math. If there are assets to be had, attorneys are going to try to find them. Medical malpractice myth number 2. The careful, well-documented practice of medicine provides adequate protection. The fact is, in Florida, we have juries. Juries don't always act rationally. Take a look at a couple of these recent cases. Over the last several years, folks have been bringing more and more, and unfortunately being awarded more and more with regards to medical malpractice for things that seem pretty frivolous. For example, a woman sued for the cost of raising a healthy child since when she conceived, she was practicing birth control. An actual jury awarded a woman here in Florida $1.5 million for the occurrence of a previously acknowledged complication of breast surgery. 2 years ago, a woman was awarded $900,000 because she lost her ability to practice as a psychic due to a CAT scan. So if you're a good doctor and you're practicing sound medicine, how can you protect yourself? The answer to the question is pretty simple. We have to stop you from getting sued in the first place. Although there's no guarantees, historically, attorneys don't take cases when we can make the doctor bulletproof or darn near it. As you can see here, this is a recent group that we had come by the office. And so what we found is that it's a vascular surgeon practice with 5 separate practitioners. They thought they were pretty bulletproof and asked us to take a second look. And when we did, what we realized is because of poor titling, because of the type of corporation, an LLC versus an LLP, because their accounts receivable were not protected, we actually found that the 5 together and to each other actually have exposure about $12.8 million. What that means is that if an attorney sees that number, he wants $5.1 million to take the case to trial. I don't care what kind of medicine you practice, good or bad, that particular group was about to get sued. If corrective action is necessary, it's actually possible to eliminate personal liability from the other physicians in the practice. We can protect partners' incomes from garnishment, and in many cases, we can protect both your primary residence and your retirement accounts, as well as checkings, savings, and investment accounts by just changing the title on the accounts. So, if I'm an attorney and I'm looking at this, we have both the before and the after. How much am I going to get as an attorney to sue you? If we just change a couple things around, retitle some assets, make sure we use all the provisions and creditor protections available to physicians here in Florida, we can actually help you eliminate those attorneys that are out there simply looking for money, regardless of what kind of a physician you are. We'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. Please give us a ring at 727-252-1050 to schedule some time, talk with us, and hopefully we can help you as well.